right. Alright, Captain. Welcome to Flight Experience once again. Welcome to the flight deck of the 737-800. And welcome to Las Vegas. Alright, I'm assuming you've been here before? Have you? Yeah? Okay. So you know a lot more about Las Vegas than I do. Oh, okay. Ah, right. I can't wait to actually visit the US. There's there's a lot of good things I keep hearing, but it's all about just I keep procrastinating about taking myself out there. It I think is a long flight I'm trying to avoid, but isn't that weird? I fly, but I hate long flights. Oh, is it? Uh, when I was moving here, I moved here from England, and when I was moving down here, like, I didn't find the flight funny at all. Like, cause it's one thing sitting in the cockpit, and time flies. Cause before we turn, 2 hours is gone. We turn around, 4 hours. We're taking a break. Turn again, it's gone. And then you just sit in the cabin and just, as a passenger, and just wonder what is life. Cause it's just so long. um, but yeah, I think that's probably why I don't want to go. Because I'd rather fly there than actually just sit as a passenger. But, oh well. Okay, so first things first, I'm guessing you know a lot about this, but I won't bore you with, going into details. Right in front of us is the control column, the yoke. So if you give it a pull, of course that takes us up, and if you push it forward, it takes us down. You can actually feel how that resistance, yeah, because it's actually that stiff. And then of course just turn left and right, easy. And of course that turns us left and right. Now with the feet, just to keep us on center line nice and easy, so once we start taking off and we've got a lot of airflow going over the tail, you just want to have a little touch, just tiny touches on the rudder, and that will just, help us keep on center line. To know you're on center line, imagine the line cutting through you. Once I put down the lights, it's going to look better. But at the moment, it's almost going to be kind of annoying to almost see. Um, but imagine the lines cutting through your body. That's how you know you're on center line, and just very tiny touches will keep you going straight. All right. So once we do a final landing and we want to come off the runway, when we're taxiing, pretty much, it's just that wheel there. You see this? Yep, that one. Yep. So pulling it up, that's right. Pull it down, that's left. All right, but we won't need that until we do a final landing. Okay. Any questions so far? So when we're taxiing, we do use the brakes. We use the differential brake-ins, and of course this, differential thrust. So if we're turning left, or sorry, turning right, we just put that up. And depending on how tight the turn is, but to be honest, we barely use differential brake-in because there's almost no point, except we're in very very tight airports where we have to use differential brake-in, differential power, and then of course steering wheel. But we rarely use it. Yeah. All right. Okay, so moving on to the middle control column, or throttles rather. The throttle right there to know how much power you're putting in. If you look just down there, that shows your power in percentage up here. So if I say give me 40% power, you can move the throttle. So move it yourself. Go for it. Yep. So to number 4. There we go, and let it catch up. And that will give us 40% power. Okay, and now you can bring that to idle. Sweet. All right, reverse thrusters. You know about the reverse thrusters? Okay, so they're up here, but you know of them. Yes. So you just pull that up all the way, and of course, I would say reverse is green, meaning that the reverses are working. We're beginning to slow down. Perfect. Okay, put that down. All right, you know about the flaps? No need to explain the flaps. Yes, very correct. So pull them up, down, and up again. That's it. All the way to 5. Yes, correct. Yes. So in between here, this is the takeoff zone. Out of here, the aircraft is just going to alarm and say, hey, I'm not in the right configuration for takeoff. Okay. So we've got that set. That's where engine ignition switch is, or rather, I would say our fuel injection switch is. So if we want to cut off the fuel, once fuel goes away from the engine, it's going to stop working. But this is where the ignitions are. So that's the ignitions, and that's the fuel. But we wouldn't need that for today. Parking brake acts like a parking brake in a car. If you push it forward, go for it. That disconnects it. If we pull it up, has the red on, that connects it. And you know about the speed brakes? Yes, that's it. So, do you see that dent here? All right, and then the speed brake lever was sitting in there. So before we land, if we want to arm the speed brakes, we just keep it on here, on the dent like that. It will say speed brake armed in green, and that means it's armed. All right, do you want to give it a try? Up and armed, speed brake armed. Perfect. All right, we'll put that. All right, any questions so far? It's all right. Feel free to ask any questions as we keep going. All right, coming up here, that's the landing gear. So the landing gear, once we take off, I'll say positive rate, gear up, and all you have to do is just pull and just gently put it all the way up. Okay. And coming here, that's our auto brakes. Right now it's in rejected takeoff, just in case we need to stop quickly. The brakes are just going to activate on max, and then we're going to stop as quick as possible in case we have an engine fire or failure or something. And of course, depending on the airports, we have different brake settings. Kaitak will be max. There's an airport in Rio. I don't know if you know about an airport in Brazil, Rio. In Brazil, so this airport is so short that, I mean, you have to be touching down at the right spot on coming in, like with light load. So not too much fuel, not too much passengers, even though you're gonna run off the runway. Again, I don't know why people build these things, but I guess it's not challenging enough to be a pilot. They're like, how do we show the world that these guys know what they're doing? But yeah, but that's pretty much it for the controls. Any questions? All right, now we're gonna go to the TV screens in front of us. Do you know how to use this?
I know that the purple's like where the autopilot is,
Mm-hmm.
and altitude, speed.
That's correct.
The descent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's very correct. Perfect. Okay, I'll just change the compass rose for you. So the black dot right there is the nose of the aircraft. So when we take off, I would say, all right, Captain, put the nose on 15 degrees. So that's 15, that's 10, that's 5. You raise the nose to 15. After 1,000 feet, I'll prompt you, not to worry. After 1,000 feet, you bring that nose back to 10 degrees. And later on in flight, when we're about to get to, we wouldn't probably be doing 3,000 feet because the elevation here is 2,200. So we'll do 5,000 feet. So we'll climb to 5,000, and the black dot will just be under 5 degrees just to keep us steady. But since you already know what the vertical descent rates right here is, once you see it leveled, you know you're neither descending or climbing. And but of course I'll prompt you as we keep going. All right, and of course that's the right wing, that's the left wing, and those wings on the horizon shows that we're leveled. Okay, coming to the compass rose right here. So it pretty much shows us where we're flying to, north, south, east, or west. And at some point I'll start acting like the ATC, and I'll say to you, turn left heading 300. All you have to do is before you turn, you put the heading bug, so turn it to 300. Go ahead. So turn to 300. So turn left. So if you, yep, that's it. You want to turn left to 300. Look at the purple line turning. That's it. 300. Perfect. And then you turn the aircraft, which is this triangle, in that direction. Okay. All right. So we'll bring that to 014. Turn it right to 014. Easy. You ready? Okay, all right. Let's get going. Sweet. All right, first things first. Fasten seatbelt sign, no smoking, all on. All the way forward as well. Perfect. Landing lights, all of them forward. That's it. The taxi lights, just those two on. All right, your strobe lights on as well. Perfect, yeah, all the way forward. Perfectly done. All right, and that's us set up for takeoff. All right, so parking brake can come off, and then I'll just guide you through the takeoff roll. First things first, power to 40%. There we go, nice. All right, and now the autopilot will take over the throttle, so you press that black button there. There we go, and using your feet to keep us on center line. There we go. That's it. So bring us to the right. Well done. That's it. Good. Perfectly done. So while we're going, once I'm gonna say to you rotate, and you just gently start to pull back. Okay. Ah, so fire. Yep. That's illegal. Now rotate. Now start pulling back. And neutral on the controls. Now neutral. There we go. That's it. And now keep pulling to 15 degrees. All the way. So follow the flight director. Make sure the black dot is in between the cross. There we go. Positive rate. Gear up. Gear all the way. Pull. All the way. Perfect. That's it. Yeah, very well done. That's it. Well done. Alright, and now bring it to 10 degrees, just making sure that the black dot is in the cross. That's the best way, yep, and yep. That's it. Very good. Well done. Alright, and now press the speed knob here. Alright. It should come off soon. This aircraft always has a mind of its own, to be honest. We'll level out at 5,500. Alright, and now we'll start a left turn. So we'll start a left turn to heading 110. So yep, that's it. Here we go. Alright, that's the. Hold on, sorry, bear with me a second. I'll just put that actually. So it's 200. Sorry, that's my bad. Turn left now, heading 200. Yep. There we go.
Following the flight director.
Yep, pretty much. Huh. A lot of things even I pick up on the sim.
Oh, what's that?
No, I'm like, a lot of things even I pick up on the sim.
Oh.
Because we just moved from Darling Harbour here.
Yeah, we actually thought, I thought we were going to Darling Harbour, and then I realised at the last minute that you guys were.
Yeah, so because of that move, it's just been a different kind of setup.
Oh, yeah.
So the setup, of course, we're still setting up. That's why even some things surprise me, I guess. So I see it, I'm like, oh, okay. The actual planes wouldn't do some of those things at that point, but we're still, of course, setting up.
So you changed software?
No, so it's not the software change as per the fact that all this has been removed, and put, yeah. So we need the computers to talk to each other properly.
Yeah, I see.
But of course, we're still in the process of doing that.
How long ago was that?
It's been, a month? And we also have a new store as well. So we just merged with a new store. So a lot going on at once. Yeah. Let me just flex. Alright. Sweet. Alright, so now we'll clean up the aeroplane. So the auto brakes come to off. Landing gear comes to off. Pull and off. Off, off, off. That's alright. So that's fine. I'll take that back up. Good.
It's cool that you can feel it.
Yep. Yeah, it's great. Alright. Do you know how to make a passenger announcement?
No.
Oh. So if we press that, Yep. And normally all we do is we read off everything here. So once we start with ladies and gentlemen, we're basically reading, telling them our height, telling them what direction we're flying, and telling them how clear the skies are.
Oh yeah. So, right, 56,231. I don't know what unit that is.
Wouldn't that would be so enjoyable for the passengers to hear that. It's like I have no idea what unit that is. Uh, that's in nautical miles.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
And heading 198. I was trying to see what direction that was.
Uh,
That
but,
would be. Anyway, so
it's
zero's north, right?
sir.
Is zero north?
That's correct. 360. Uh,
I was distracted and went climbing
it.
too close.
So normally we also use that button, of course, if we're calling for coffee or calling a flight attendant to come take over, that we need to go use the bathroom.
Oh, how do you determine whether it goes to the passengers or the other?
So normally that happens all here.
Oh, I see.
So we'll normally have a phone, which is right here actually,
Yeah, okay, right.
and um, then we switch in between here, basically just telling us are we talking to passengers or talking to the cabin. So all of that would happen in here as well.
I'm sure that would get mixed up sometimes.
We've had a situation in the past where I think a pilot forgot and was talking to the air traffic controller, thinking he was. Actually, we've had this in a few flights where I've flown and I've heard somebody giving an announcement on the air traffic controller, and we were laughing in flight. And I was just sitting there, just waiting for him to finish, and all the aircrafts were just waiting for him to finish. So I'm guessing even he didn't know why people were not moving. So we just heard, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board," and we were like, "Wow." So the ATC, once he was done, said to him, was like, "That's a very beautiful announcement, mate, but you're on frequency." And it's very embarrassing when that happens, of course. We've also had an event where the pilot was talking to, I think, his co-pilot or something, and I think he was swearing or something, but then had it on the wrong thing and it just exploding in the cabin, and all these things happen. But that's why I thought it's good to cross-check, look again, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess it's when they get very, very calm about the fact they've flown for what 20 years and they'll never make a mistake, and then of course those things happen. Right, we'll start a left turn and start descending to 4,500. So I'll set that up, and I'll just set a heading for you. Let me just put that way so it's easy. All right, we'll turn 110. Sweet, and I'll just put the terrain on my side as well. Actually, we'll maintain 5,000. This is also an unknown territory to me. We got a lot of mountains here?
I don't think so. It's kind of like a desert.
Huh.
There are mountains, but the actual Las Vegas is. Yeah, maybe we should have went daytime. It might be.
Yeah, because I was looking here, I'm like, oh, that's a lot of mountains in front
Oh,
of me.
is there? Okay, right.
Yeah, so I'll show you how I know. See all that? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Alright. Sweet, and just keep that left turn going, because now we want to try and follow the solid purple line.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Sweet. Alright. There we go.
Do you get the like glide slope coming up? Or?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we've got all that set and programmed as well. So you do know how to follow the glide slope, of course?
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Alright. So yep, you can start following it, because sometimes it doesn't come full purple. You have that color on there. So yep. So yeah, just follow the glide slope down, and I'll get the aircraft set up for a full stop landing. And try not to fly in the brown. There we go. That's it. So if you keep it just on the horizon, it's still going to keep descending. There we go. Because at this very moment, everyone in the back would feel like they're all facing down. So, alright, landing gear down. Flaps 15. pull all the way. Yep, pull all the way to 15. There we go. And then we keep flying. All right, so we need to go down some more.
Will the autopilot be changing the speed to descent?
Sorry.
Will the autopilot be changing the speed to descent?
Oh yeah, so if we had set all that in, but I've been setting that for you
Oh,
here all along. Yep. All right. So if you look outside,
yeah.
how's the profile looking to you? Are we high? Are we
Way
low?
too high.
That's good. All right. So we'll just keep it coming down on this profile,
Yeah.
and let's see if we get a red. Do you understand how the poppy lights work? So you see
Yeah,
what
you
four
should
yellows,
see both.
two yellows, two reds.
Yeah.
That's it. Good.
But I shouldn't go. I shouldn't go straight down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Keep it on the horizon.
Yep. All right. All right. We'll just bring it down a notch. There we go. All right. Brakes on. All right. That's it. You're doing a very good job. There we go. All right. So pull up a bit. Pull up a bit and hold. Yep. That's it. Just yep. Pull up a bit. Arrest that descent. Arrest that descent. Arrest that. Hold and hold. Just hold. Hold. That's it. That's it. Perfect. One hand on the throttle. Idle. Idle. And just hold. 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 Reverse. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Alright, 80 knots. Reverse thrust is off. Alright, and do you know where the toe brakes are? So if you slide your feet up the rudders, and then tap forward, that's a toe brake. Can you feel them? Alright, and you want to use that. Because once it gets slower, you want to use that. But that was pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it could be a little bit better with the approach.
Mm.
But yeah.
What I thought for this is your first time doing this, I had no input at all. Like all I've done is just help you as a first officer would by touching numbers, but I had no input in this. I had no input in that. That landing was smooth. What do you think? Smooth landing? It was smooth. It's the approach. Yes, with the approach, we will do better in the next one. New Zealand's very tricky, but that landing was as it should be. Good job. All right, so take us to Queenstown, and I'll put that in the day.
Yeah.
Uh,
You can see the mountains to the right.
ah, yep. Yeah, when we took off and I didn't see any more lights, I was like, And okay.
I'm actually surprised at how detailed the city is for
Hmm.
what I'm guessing is commercial software.
Yeah, yeah, it is pretty good. Send.
You can see the fountains.
Alright, NZQA. Alright.
Do you get people requesting to like full on program?
Yeah, so for most people, for that, obviously they'll buy like a 60 minutes flight or 90 minutes flight because what they basically want is us to push back from the gate. So they program everything. We get them to call us a bit earlier because then that also prepares us because we also have to be in that mindset to actually fly. So we give them the sheet, they program everything, we show them, where they should be putting what, and then push back, take off. Yeah.
That is, I found on the home ones
Yep.
is the most difficult part.
Oh,
Like just getting everything programmed.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I definitely know what you mean. Sorry, I'll just set this up again. Hmm. Give me a position. Ah, there we go. All right. That's the fun part about this this airport is once we take off, there's a mountain there, there's a mountain there. It's gonna be a steep one because we can't be as shallow as we normally would because of what's right in front of us. We take off, make a left turn, and we want to climb above that mountain to your left and come across the runway. The airport, of course, make a right turn, come into land. It's like almost like a figure eight kind of flight. Okay. All right. So I'll get you to set that up. Okay. Have you done the 7th and the sim before?
I can't remember this stuff.
All right. So we'll go to init ref. Init ref. Nice. And we'll go to position and put in NZQN and Q and put it on the second left. Yes. All right. Now copy from second left. So press the second left button. That's it. Beautiful. Go to root and then just paste pretty much on the top left, first left. Alright, copy again from first left to first right. That's it, easy. And the runway is 2-3. So put in 2-3 on the keypad. And the runway, third left. Perfectly done. Now clear. Activate. Execute. Easy. Alright, next one is we'll go to departure and arrival. It's right there. Yep, and arrival on this. Yep, and then 2-3. Go to next page, which is down here. Again. Then we'll do an RNAV 2-3. So third left, third right. Execute. All right, sweet. Now go to index. Init ref. Init ref top. Yeah, there we go. Takeoff. Perfect. All right, now this is a very short runway, so I would say flaps 15. Okay, so I already have it set at flaps 15, so just put in 1-5, flaps 15, 1-5, and top left. There we go, and double click on top right, and do that for the other two. Oh, so what I meant is I'll show you. That's okay. All right, so you double click on the first one, double click on the second one,
Oh, I see.
and double click on the third. Perfect, so we got all our takeoff speeds. Now, just to make sure that we have enough engine power, 93.5, that should be alright. If it does not look alright, we'll just go full power. This aircraft gives us more than 100% power anyways, so that's all good. Alright, so same as before, auto brake to RTO. Okay, alright, and we'll confirm everything is in place. Lap 15. Alright, that's all good. Alright, now just to make sure we have the right direction, course 232. Yeah, that's it. Alright, and yep, heading 232 as well. Alright. Alright, so pretty much the same as before. Parking brake will come off. I'll help you a bit here. Parking brake off. Alright, power to 40%. Alright, once it's stable, the black dot there. See that black button? As before? Yeah, there we go. Alright, and your feet to bring us back to center line. For some reason it parked at the edge. To the right. Yeah, that's it. Bring us back in. Perfect. Alright, and just as before, once we get to rotate speed, I'll call rotate and you just gently start to pull up. Alright, put in a bit of left. Yep. So a bit of left aileron with your hands. So a bit of left. Yep, that's it. Alright, rotate. Now gently start pulling. Very gently, very gently. That's it. And that's it. Alright, positive rate. Gear up. Gear. Up all the way. And start a left turn. There we go. neutral, neutral on the turn. That's it. Oh, on the turn, just on the turn. So push forward, push forward. There we go. That's it. Perfectly done. So neutral. Once I say neutral, it's hold, but just bring it back to that position while holding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. How was that takeoff? Felt like a lot.
Yes.
So we'll just keep climbing. So keep climbing. That's it. That's it. So we're gonna want to come at the back towards the back of that mountain. There we go. So that basically means that people's drinks are spilling. But we'll keep the turn going. Because we want to. You see here? We want to follow that lake. Yep, that's it. Keep that turn going. Yep, and then straighten out. Perfect. That's it. Straighten out. There we go. And then just bring that nose down. Bring that nose down some more, and we'll start a descent again. So start descending. There we go. Looks like a lot just happened. Alright, we'll start a right turn. So if you look in front of you, yep, we just want to start a right turn, almost like just following that line there. That's it. We don't want to go towards that mountain. Perfect. And neutral on the turn. Here we go. So we want to descend to just about this height is fine. 3,700. That's fine. Not below. Yep, New Zealand is this area is a bit full on. Queenstown, it's a full on flight.
Remember not to fly to catch a train or something.
Yep. So if you realize we did a lot of turns, that's why I didn't even set the heading bug.
Yeah.
Yep. So do you see that little peak just right here? The lake, and there's this peak.
Yeah.
We're gonna go follow, around it. So we'll follow that little valley, and then come behind it and go back to land.
At this altitude.
Yes. So we'll just hold this altitude until we see the runway. All right. 6-3. Go. Perfectly done. Not having to put in any input is the best flight ever. So this one,
Might get a bit tight.
yeah.
About this
You mean the turn? So first things first, I'll get us to slow down. I'll slow us down a bit. That's it. Well done. And we'll just keep that turn going. And you just fly, and I'll set up the aircraft. So this time what happens is once we land, full power and we're gone again. Alright, in the other direction. Alright. See, the airport's right there. So at this point we're very high. So this pretty much would look like a go around to me. What do you think?
Yeah, that doesn't look like
This looks like a go around, doesn't it? Alright. So at this point we'll just put full power. Go for it. And then we'll climb back to 7,000 feet. But we'll head in that direction, so we'll just basically just follow the water pretty much. Alright, there we go. And I'll just give you a heading. That's very clustered. So normally 10 degrees is perfect, but once you're getting out of the runway, it's 15. Yeah. So we're doing pretty good. All right, and just following the heading bug to the left. So come to the left. That's it. And neutral on the turn. That's it. Perfect. So you want to always be between 30 degrees. Any more, drinks are just going all over the place, and yeah. And needless to say, what passengers will say at the end of the flight. That's it. So this is going to be a very tricky one. So if you level out here for a bit, so level out at, I'll just say 5,000 feet, and so bringing that nose down 5,000 feet, following the flight director, that's it. At the end of, can you see where the lake is? At the end, that big ass area.
Yeah.
There we go. That's it. So once we come to the left, correction, right, we'll come to the right, and then we'll make a very steep left turn. Yeah, because you want to keep that mountain in sight. That's why we won't do a right turn. Now we're gonna go back to the airport again.
So we're gonna go through the mountains.
So what we will come to the right, following the coast here,
Yeah.
neutral, and then when we get just slightly to a point where we know we have enough space, we'll start a steep left turn. All right. How's the passenger at the back? Good. All right. Sweet. All right. All right. Now come to the left a bit. There we go. Hmm. All right. Yeah, come to the left. Yep. Yeah, just hold it left. Yeah, that's it. We're gonna fly slightly low. All right. Now start a steep left turn. Yep. Keep turning while pulling back. Keep turning while pulling back. Keep turning while pulling back. That's all right. Keep turning and neutral. That's it. And yep, that's it. Keep turning. Keep turning. Give us a heading. Yep. Keep that turn going. That's it. That's it. Sweet. And now we can come out of the turn. That's it. Yep. All right. All right. Sweet. So now we'll start preparing the aircraft for landing. All right. So bring the auto brake to max. So 3 first, and pull, and max. Perfect. All right. All right. So yep, that's it. Bringing that nose down a bit. Yep. Bring it down some more. So this time we make sure we can actually. So bring it down some more. There we go. Alright. Alright, coming to the left. Can you, if you look far in the distance, can you see any light?
Yeah.
That's where the airport is. Alright, just try holding 3,500, so maintain this height. And come to the left, because there's a mountain straight ahead. There we go. Come to the left some more. Alright, neutral. Trying to make sure you have the light in sight, so bring that nose down a bit, because it's a pretty short runway. There we go. That's it, and coming to the left. There we go.
Old school, we were
And neutral.
yeah.
There we go. That's it. And just watching the rate of descent. It's hold it, that's it, and hold, that's it. Just hold it there. There we go. One hand on the power, neutral, and pull, pull, pull. There we go. Reverse, reverse, reverse. There we go. Let's see if we stop at the before the end of there.
The speed brakes help.
Yep, they are. Oh, they actually
So we just
Oh. When you said that the speed brakes out, I was like, I'm pretty sure I was holding them, and but wow, without the speed brakes, we actually did stop at the end of the runway. That's pretty good. And this is where the sharp turn happens. So if you put in differential power, so try taxiing. So you want to come to the left. So come to the left first. Yep. So you can let go of this. So let go. Yep. That's it. Right hand here, and use differential power, and just very tiny power. That's it. So come to the left. So just like a car, just that's it. And hold it there, and then now, once you get to the edge, you now make a sharp turn. There we go. And that's it. And then you can now step on those brakes, the toe brakes. Yep, that's it. And you just keep it. It's quite difficult, isn't it? All right, I'll come closer. All right, we'll go to the edge. Just hold. Yep. There we go. All right, and now we're there. All right. Yep. We'll now make a very sharp turn. Yep, and just keep that turn going. Keep it 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 going. That's how it goes. So you just yep. So well done. Pretty much. That's it. And yeah, that's how we use differential braking, differential power, and that. It looks more difficult than it is. But yeah, pretty good job. That's a good job. Well done. And we'll just keep taxiing. What do you think about this landing? A lot happened again.
a lot happened. I'm surprised that it actually, because we hit pretty hard.
Mm.
We landed, so I mean, it definitely could be. Because we were on the path
Mhm.
when I saw the lights, but then when we got closer, I realized that we were going off. But yeah, now I understand why you said go left.
Yeah, Queenstown I find personally challenging because I'm used to big airports and big runways. So Queenstown sometimes it looks oh everything is fine and you get close and realize oh my god like it's either too high for some odd reason it just gets higher than it should be, and then you realize oh you're coming in at a very steep descent right and things can get out get off pretty quickly. Um, I'll just bring the power back. And yeah, so that's why normally we would do a brief, a proper brief if we're flying into Queenstown. But yeah, but I enjoyed the first landing much. Like it was amazing. The second one was just my own fault as well. Cause all right, we'll slow down and we'll take the exit there. I'll help you with the brakes. Um, yeah, cause when we're coming in pretty fast, I went on the speed brakes. And then when we landed, I was like, "Oh my god, I didn't arm it." So when he said, "All right," and we'll just taxi to the gate, following that. yellow line here. You see this yellow one here?
3.
Actually, yeah, we'll just follow this yellow one in there. Yep. There we go. And that's it. And parking brake can come on. That's it. And I'll just see. Just make sure that comes on. Because we normally would have turned that on before we even turned in. So you can pull that. So pull it down and forward, down and forward. Pull that. No, so pull down and forward. Down and forward, yep. And down and forward as well. Basically just activating the APU. And once that's done, now we can switch off the engines. And this can come off. We probably blinded everybody by now. Yep, that's it. Perfect. And yep, that can come off as well. Seatbelt signs come off, yep. All the way. That's pretty much. Then the TCAS all the way to standby. And yep, that's pretty much it. Yep, well done. It did happen quickly. I could see the blood rush. Yeah, even for me as well. Queenstown is always very challenging.